Hello, I'm Ben from the family Osteopath here in Fairford. I get asked an awful lot of questions relating to flatheads with regards to babies. The medical term for it's got a frightening term called Plagiocephaly, but really what it means is that the baby's head, often on the back or on one side or another, is getting quite squashed and isn't developing into that nice, full, rounded shape that we all know and want for our children. Now, really, the way to deal with plagiocephaly is really to deal with the reasons why it's forming in the first place, and those fall into two basic camps. The first reason is that the bones of the baby's skull are formed in part from membrane material, and other parts are made from a cartilage material. But basically what that means is that it's soft tissue, and that soft tissue can be traumatized, deformed, twisted, compressed, all sorts of different forces working on it as the baby's come through the birth canal, or even whilst the baby is inside the mum, sort of growing, if it's twisted in the wrong way. So if those membranes and soft tissues have a twist in them, then the bone that ultimately forms the skull, its skeleton, its sort of scaffold, its blueprint is made from those soft tissues. So therefore, if the soft tissues have a twist in them, then the bone itself is going to have a twist in them. So that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is that the baby's head, or neck rather, has some sort of limitation in the rotation, so that it may be able to look left more than it's able to look right. And you'll notice that sometimes, particularly if you're feeding the baby, that it will be more comfortable feeding from the right side of the mum more than the left, or vice versa. But what that means is that by default, the baby is more happy resting on the same side of the head all of the time. And then just because of the weight of the baby's head, again on those soft tissues, and the gravity pulling down all the time, is just enough to squish the bones so that they have no choice other than to form in a flat way. So both those issues need to be resolved or identified first, which one there is, or whether it's a combination of those things, and then resolved in order that the baby's head then has the best possible possibility of forming correctly. And that happens by using cranial osteopathy to work out those membranous strains and strains that might be causing the upper neck to be tight, and then just really guiding the child and the parents into how to avoid any more pressure on that side of the head, and just to guide them over the months ahead in terms of letting that skull come to its natural sort of beautiful round shape. And so it's very easy to resolve. It just needs resolving at the start rather than letting it go to very extreme cases, which can often be more problematic and take a long time to resolve further down the line. Okay, I hope that helps. Any other questions you have, then give me a call, and we'll go from there. Okay, bye-bye. Good luck with it all. Bye.